Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to another installation guide. Today we'll be covering a new and updated way to install Elden Ring Reforged. So it feels like every other week I'm making one of these, but I promise this new method is even easier than the last. It's nice and simple, nice and quick, and it's, better than the last one. As usual, I will cover installing Seamless at the end of this. If you just want to get that, timestamp down in the description, as always. If you want to skip that, you can skip it, obviously, because it'll be at the end, so you can just leave before it shows up. Okay, cool. So let's get right into this. So instructions, once again, are on the Discord. I do recommend joining this Discord if you have any tech support issues, or you have just general mod questions, stuff like that. Discord is a great place to ask. I tend not to answer tech support questions because certain things I don't know how to fix, so I just tend to ignore the questions sometimes. So if you need help, I do recommend jumping onto the Discord for help, particularly since this is going to be via Metis Mod Launcher. This is it's an entirely new launcher. It's just a visual fronting for Modern 2. Looks fancy, it does its job, it's really good. But since it's new, and ERR is one of the few mods using it, you're probably only going to get support on this Discord. So you need to follow the Discord if you need help with it. But yeah, that's the first stuff. The next thing, obviously, in nice big bold letters, is illegitimate copies of Elden Ring not running through Steam are not supported. So if you have a cracked or pirated or whatever version of Elden Ring that is not a Steam version, then I'm not going to be able to help you with this install. None of the tools used in this install will work without a Steam version. So if you do want to install on a non-Steam version, pirated, cracked, or whatever, you'll need to figure that out for yourself. I'm not going to provide help for it, and you're not likely to get help on Discord if you have pirated or cracked a version of Elden Ring. So just don't waste your time trying to do this. There are other ways to do it, but once again, I'm not going to get into them, and you won't find any help here, unfortunately. Oh cool, a new version of Java is available, fantastic. So your first step here, obviously, then, is to install Elden Ring via Steam. Again, if you fail the step and pirate, the guide will not work. So install install Elden Ring via Steam. I've got to nail that in as much as possible. If you've already played Elden Ring and have an existing vanilla save, back it up by following the instructions here. So click on this, and this will tell you what to do. So you're going to want to hit your Windows key and your R key. Type in app data. So like that, and then hit enter. This will open up your roaming folder, and then you navigate into the Elden Ring folder and the folder inside that. So into Elden Ring, you should have a folder with a bunch of numbers different for everyone. You can go into that, and you should have in here an ER0000.SL2. This is your save file. So if you want to back up your file, you can just take this and just stick it anywhere else on your PC. Just create a folder somewhere else. I don't know. Just put it somewhere else if you want to back up your vanilla saves. If you want to go back to vanilla afterwards, you then take that file and you put it back into here, and your vanilla saves are back. Obviously, then your ERL saves are gone, so if you want to back up your ERL saves, do the exact same. And using that method, you can switch it around as you need. So you can switch between vanilla and ERR if you just keep switching your saves around like that. It's very simple, very easy. Awesome. So I can close that now. Awesome. So that's how you back up your save. And let's open this up in full view. So the next step is download Metis Mod Launcher from this link. So once again, I'll leave this link down in the description if you don't want to join the Discord. It'll take you over to here. You're going to see there is maybe a pre-release version. I would not recommend grabbing pre-release versions. They can be a little bit buggy. They may fix certain issues, but they can also introduce new issues. So I recommend going for the latest, one in green. So version 1.02 is latest for me, but it might be different in the future. Just go for the latest. And you're going to want to grab metis.mod.launcher.setup.msi. The top one here. Might be named something different in the future, I don't know. But this top one here, never grab the source code. Never grab the source code. Always grab this top one. So click on that, and they'll get downloading for you. Awesome. And now we need to run it. It is a user-friendly installation. It is very user-friendly. It is very simple. So metis.mod launcher, just double click on this. And it's going to pop up this. So Windows protect your PC. Microsoft Defender smart screen prevent an unrecognized app from retarding. Running this app might put your PC at risk. It won't though. So you just go more info and go run anyway. Awesome. And it's going to be a very simple setup. It's just like any other app you've probably installed. So just go next. You have a license. You can read that if you want to. Sure, it won't be too bad if you accept it without reading it though. You go next. You can change where you want to install it. I'm just going to click the default. So you go next. And then just click on install. So during this, you're going to see the screen go black. It probably just went black for you guys. It's going to pop up with a do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device thing. Just click yes on that. It's fine. And there we go. Completed the Metis.mod launcher setup wizard. Setup wizard. Interesting. Got the finish button to exit the setup wizard. Just click on finish and it's done. You see it is down here on my desktop. It's very, very nice. Awesome. So, back to the install instructions. So now you need to download Elden Ring Reforged. So, another reason to join Discord, obviously, is Nexus is notoriously slow. You can get premium for faster downloads. It's not really worth it in my opinion though. So you can just jump onto the Discord and you can grab it from here. You don't want to do that obviously though, you just get it from the Nexus. So I was going to go over the Nexus first, so... Oh, I am on the wrong tab. I apologize for that. So you go into Files, and you're going to want this top one here no matter what. So manual download. Ignore this. This is for legacy install. You don't need this currently. Just ignore that. Just go download. And go slow download. They'll get downloading for you. Go back to the files. There's an optional file here. This is high quality icons. So when you inspect an item, there's like a larger icon that pops up. There's a high quality icon. So you want to have those images, you download this. It's a little bit bigger, so that's why it's separate. It does take a little bit to download through Nexus, unfortunately, but that's just how Nexus is. So manual download. It's once again ask for Modifier 2, just ignore that. Download. Slow download, it'll get downloading for you. And it'll take a little bit for that one. The other way to do that, if you don't want to bother with Nexus, you want to come to Discord and do it, then you have the links here as well. So you go to updates. This is where all the updates get put, change logs and stuff like that. So there'll be a download link here on every single one of them. But that download link is just, it's constantly updating with whatever versions. You click on any of these, it'll just get you to the latest version. But just, just click on the latest one here and just download that. It's fine. If you click on the wrong one, they're all the exact same. Because you can't get older versions of ERR, unfortunately. But yeah, just click on that. And download that. And then you can go into info. And you'll find this one here. So once again, this will be updated whenever it needs to be. Just download that. There'll be your high quality icons. Awesome. And let's go back into our guide. So let's open it up in full view. So now you need to extract it to a location of our choice. It's going to mention some stuff here like config tool and ME2. You can just ignore that. The config tool was the old tool I used in the last install guide. That's what Metis has become. Well, that's what Metis was, I apologize. And ME2 is the old way of installing. So if you want to do Modgen 2, you can do that still. I do have a Modgen 2 guide. But I'm not going to bother with that. So you can just drag it to any location on your PC. It's nice and simple. So just open up the download. And also open up high quality icons. Just drag that down out of the way. So you just take ERR and you just drag and drop that anywhere on your PC. Awesome. You can close that. You can open that up. Just make sure it's got a bunch of folders in here and regulation.bin. Then you're going to drag your high quality icons, your menu folder here, into that folder. You should see a highlight menu folder in here. That's all good. Awesome. So our next step is to launch Metis.mod launcher from your start menu or desktop shortcut. So, Metis.mod launcher, double click on that. So you can just maximize that. It looks very nice, very, very clean looking launcher. It's very cool looking. Awesome. So now we need to click on Add Mod from Folder. So if you want to navigate nice and easily to your folder, just go back to here, click up the top, then just copy that. And then you go Add Mod from Folder. And you just paste that in and hit enter. They'll navigate to that folder and you select that folder. The folder will contain your regulation.bin. Just make sure it's that folder. Awesome. So go back to the install guide. It's going to recommend naming it ERR. As you can see, it's already got the name and the version of it, so it's even better, I imagine. Doesn't really matter what you name it. You can add a description if you want to as well. But that's all done. That's all added in. Awesome. So next step is obviously I'll come back to this after I've gone through this. We could add in DLLs as well. But I'll come back to that for Seamless Co-op later on. So back on the home page of the launcher, press Create New Profile. Name it however you like, then scroll down and select the ERR mod you added earlier. So go to home and then click on here for a new profile. You're going to want to name that ERR, get a description. For instance, it's already selected the mod for me, so I'll just actually show that. So just click here, and you can see it's got, for whatever reason, 2 in there. I guess because I had a previous install where I tried to do this. I was testing stuff, but you get to add there. Cool. You should now be done with your installation. Press play profile and hopefully Elden Ring Reforged will boot up correctly. And then we're going to have a few things to look out for. So we're going to look for the title screen, we'll look for our character having a new talisman, and a prompt showing to please enable tutorials. So go back to home, you should have ERR, just click the big play button there. And it's going to launch Elden Ring. Are you sure you want to launch Elden Ring with the profile selected? Note Steam must be running and logged in. So make sure Steam's running in your background. Make sure you've got Steam sitting down here. Make sure you've got Steam running. And just click play. And I have a cat rolling around on my floor because I think he's realised I'm making lots of noise and he wants out. So remember those 3 things to look out for. Title screen, talisman, and the tutorial prompt. It takes a little bit of Elden Ring to boot up first thing in the morning for me, so. Got Bandai Namco from software, and you should have nice, awesome looking title screen. Awesome. So let's go new game. So you got the title screen. It's the first one. Just click on some random buttons. You can see beside our shield we have a talisman. See, we'll have that for all the classes. Be different talismans. So various different talismans across the various classes. So that's looking like it's working. Always a little bit slow. There we go. Awesome! Important for technical reasons, please enable show tutorials in your sound display settings to guarantee proper function of Elden Ring Reforged. So, you're gonna want to go into System, go across to here, go down to show tutorials and make sure that is turned on. Awesome. One thing I will also mention is turn around and you can talk to the altar here. So that's another thing to also check, is that you can talk to the altar and, you know, do some stuff here. A lot of people don't know about this altar, so I want to mention it, so yeah. Anyway, that has been the install for Elden Ring Reforged. So if this is all you are here for, then I hope you enjoy the mod, hope you have fun. But at this point, we're going to get into installing Seamless Co-op. So let's get into that. Awesome. So Elden Ring can take a little bit to exit sometimes. Even the Metis mod launcher is complaining about it as well. Yeah, I'll just let that do that in the background then. There we go, it's done. Awesome. Cool. So now we need to install a seamless co-op. So we need to go to this one here. So how to add seamless co-op, FPS unlock, or other DLL mods to ERR. So click on that. So this guide assumes that you've used Meta's mod launcher. So you're going to want to download the latest version of seamless co-op, or whatever DLL mod you're trying to install. So go there, seamless co-op, files, manual download, and slow download. It'll get downloading for you, nice and quick, nice and simple. You're going to extract the contents of this archive into your Elden Ring game folder located in your Steam files. You can check in your Elden Ring properties in Steam and pick Browse Local Files to find this folder. So, go to Steam, right click on Elden Ring in your library, go Manage, goes Browse Local Files. You should see it flash orange down here, then go into Game, and this here is the folder that contains your Elden Ring.exe. So this is your game folder, this is what you're looking for. So as per the instructions, we need to extract the contents of the archive into that folder. So we go into our downloads, we grab Seamless Co-op, and we just take both those, so Seamless Co-op folder and launch Elden Ring Seamless, take those, drag and drop them into your game folder. Awesome. You'd have Seamless Co-op folder and launch Elden Ring Seamless Co-op.exe. You won't need this one, but it is there. Just make sure you have it as well. Awesome. So, in Meta's mod launcher, click Add External DLL and point to the DLL file you've extracted. The seamless is Elden Ring Seamless Co-op.dll. Before that, however, we are going to do step 4. I think this should be before this one. We're going to need to configure our Seamless Co-op settings.ini according to Seamless Co-op instructions. So, you go into Seamless Co-op, you go into Seamless Co-op settings.ini, you just double click on that. It'll open up in Notepad for you. And you need to set a password in here. So there's a password. Awesome. You check other settings in here. You can also change your save file if you don't want CO2. And don't use Game's default, don't use SL2. You can name it whatever you want, so some settings that you can do, but just click save and then close that, so that's all set up. Right, and now we go back into here, so now we need to immerse mod launcher, add that DLL, and point at the DLL file you've extracted. So, easiest way to do that is to click up here, right click, copy. Then we need to head into Meta's mod launcher. We go add external DLL, paste this in at the top, hit enter, click on the DLL, and open. Awesome. So, name it whatever. I'm going to name it Seamless. And that is all good. So, navigate to your ERR profile and scroll down to Excel DLLs, add newly added DLL entry there. So, if we go to go home, go ERR, and then we right click and go, or we just click on the 3 dots, not right click, sorry. Go edit, go to select external DLLs, click there, and click Seamless. And that'll show up there. Awesome. And you can now run Reforged with your new DLL mod. So that process of adding DLLs is the same for adding as many DLLs as you want. Of course, now you can go back to home and you click play. So, launch Elden Ring. Once again, I'll make sure you have Steam running and logged in, which you should. Click play, that'll open up for you. Awesome. Now, I believe we are going to get an error message, but I will show you how to get around that. Nope, apparently not. So just accept these, it doesn't matter. Welcome to Battle Seamless Co-op, this is a free mod. If you pay for any launcher packages mod, you've been scammed. This This mod uses separate save, does not connect to the matchmaking surface, does not contain an anti-cheat. So, failed to save game save data is corrupted. So, that means that it doesn't have a valid save file because of some mismatches. So, you could just close Elden Ring. I'm going to force exit that. What you need to do is you need to create a save. So, you head into your game folder and just launch Elden Ring seamlesscop.exe. So, just launch through this first. I know the install does not mention this, but this is the way to get around it. So this is going to launch Seamless Co-op on its own, without the mod. So you're just going to create a save file in here, but then you're just going to not do anything with it. So you're going to see that it's now a normal title screen, so it's no longer got the Elden Ring Reforged stuff. So it's just vanilla with Seamless Co-op. It's got a new game. It's going to ask you a bunch of different stuff because it is using a new save file. Doesn't matter what you do with this character. This character is just there to make Elden Ring Reforged work. This is only you have to do for, I think, the first time you saw Seamless Co-op. I think whichever save file there, I think is good for future updates. I'm not too sure on that. But this is pretty simple. You just need to pop into here. Yeah, it's going to show all that. Awesome. So you see we have Seamless, obviously, with our various stuff in our pouch, but we don't need to do anything here, so just return to desktop. So I need to wait for Elden Ring to actually close. It is a little bit slow about that sometimes. All I can see is black screen in the recording, so I know Elden Ring is still open. There we go. Awesome. So now we've created our save file. You can now launch this profile again. So, play. I know this seems really convoluted, but trust me, it's more simple than it seems. It's just launching up Elden Ring a couple times and creating save files, stuff like that. The other way you can update your save file, I should mention it as well, is you can just rename your .sl2 file to .co2. So the same extension as the Seamless Co-op save file, that'll also work. But this way is also just nice and simple as well. So, press any button. Awesome. Start a new game, obviously, because we started one without Reforged, we need to start a new game. So first thing, we had a title screen. Second thing, talisman. You see, once again, the classes have talismans, as well as all the various other items. The fun thing, obviously, then, is to make sure that we get some of the tutorial stuff. Cool, so Seamless Cooperative Play, so it's going to give you some information about Seamless. And then it should pop up. Awesome. Different reasons. Please never show tutorials. You sound display settings. Guarantee pro function of Elden Ring Reforged. So, once again, system. Over to here. Show tutorials. Make sure that's on. And I'll also mention the altar behind me if you want to do some stuff here. But yeah, that's all done. So, that is... Oh, sorry. That is all the installation guide done. So I hope you have fun with Elden Ring Reforged, and if you're playing with Seamless, I hope you have fun with your friends as well. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope this has helped, and I hopefully will see you again for another installation guide sometime in the future. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.